Welcome. I'm glad you could join us tonight. I'd like to begin by just saying I love it when a plan comes together. I hope you enjoy what's been worked on over the last 4 years. Very excited for you to see the building tonight if you haven't seen parts of it already. There's many people to thank. First of all, on behalf of the school board, I'd like to thank our community, our staff, our parents, our students for their support this lengthy process. Also, I need to thank our great partners, Bray Architects, Shear Construction, for their guidance, creativity, their professionalism during the planning and completion of this project. It would be an understatement to say there's been many challenges and hurdles during this process. Lastly, I'd like to thank our Board of Education. Our current members, Cheryl Basinger, Jeff Kinsler, Bill Watson, Bonnie Felsky, Bill Loyce, Jay Nutty, and our past board members when this process started. Terry Simmons, Dustin Beth, Karen Schutman, and the late Matt Ellerbach. Your leadership and forward thinking was critical in making this happen. Now I'd like to introduce Matt Wolfert for Bray Architects.
Thank you for the introduction, Steve. I have the honor of representing the Bray team today in this exciting evening. It was great to hear music performed in a space that wasn't being used for lunch a few hours ago. And hopefully you can tell the difference in the quality of the acoustics and the sound. As Steve noted, this really doesn't happen without community support. This was a long time in the planning. The district team and the school board really put a lot of time before we even began designing this into the process of how do we create the right solution that covers all aspects. So you're going to see as you walk through the school today, academic investments. We're obviously sitting in a performing arts venue, but everybody sees the gyms and the cafeterias. But hopefully you'll see just phenomenal teaching and learning spaces that look nothing for most of us like when we went to school with chalkboards and desks. Really is recognition of the great work that your staff is doing in delivering education today, unlike it was delivered 20, 30, 50 years ago when these spaces were being built. If I can quickly thank the Share team, obviously, another successful partnership between Bray and Share. We appreciate all the work you did leading up to the referendum, and then obviously the challenge of building a school while it remains operational around a pandemic, all the fun stuff that happened on this journey together. And then finally the Bray team, Stephanie, Gabby, Stacy, Jordan, Steve, Kyle, I'm a little late, Michael, I think that's the majority of the team over here. Really, I'm just here speaking on their behalf. We don't often get clients that embrace the vision and the excitement around what these projects can be. We often have clients who are seeing all the challenges as more work, as more complexity, as just another thing to get done. And your team never embraced the project that way. They always saw this as an amazing opportunity to transform space for students. And I hope you see tonight, as you get into the school, how amazing this transformation is. In closing, I would also just like to remind those of you that haven't been through something of this complexity, there is a ton of responsibility that's just added on top of day-to-day responsibilities, from being the superintendent to the director of facilities to the athletic director. All of these meetings, all of these decisions, all the day-to-day work, it's just on top of what they do every day. So when you do see them, please thank them. They went above and beyond to make this project successful. I hope you are as proud as we are of the final product. Thank you. Next up is Jim Scher from Share Construction.
I put a few notes together, make sure I didn't miss anybody. So I'm Jim Scher, president of Share Construction. Again, I want to first thank Westosha Central School Board in the district, John Genren and their staff for giving Share Construction the opportunity as being selected as your construction manager of choice for this wonderful project. I also thank, again, Matt Wolfert and his team, Bray Architects, on another successful project together. We've done a lot of work with Bray over the years. It's probably been over 50 years in projects, and this is another school project with much success. It's very humbling to me to make the dedication even more personal to me, as I'm a 1987 graduate of Westosha Central High School. In many ways, I get contribute to my personal success and the continued success of Share Construction, and on the 4 years I spent here as a proud Falcon, Central Falcon. So thank you so much for giving us that opportunity and letting me give back to my school and the school that I graduated from, and it just means so much. It's easy for me to stand up here today as the voice of our company and tell you about the project goals, objectives, and the day-to-day activities it takes for a successful project. But I'd rather give this honor to those individuals that had the day-to-day boots on the ground for the last construction period of 18 months, and prior to that, another year or so in referendum services. So Stephen Richard was a senior project manager and principal, actually my son-in-law. Stand up, Stephen. And he was not my son-in-law before I hired him. I hired him first. I don't know if I do that. And Calvin, stand up, another project manager, senior project manager. Pat Redmond, he's the lead superintendent, was on the site day to day, every day. Bruce Brenner, Brenner family is known in these parts for years and years. And him and Jake Storr were our assistant superintendents on the project. And also thanking just all of our crews behind the scenes and on the site for a successful, great project. I can't be more humbled. All of us at Share Construction, thank you again for not only giving us the opportunity to be involved in this project, but to further contribute to the education process now and in the years to come to help build health and a successful future for all the students of Westosha Central High School. I thank you so much.
Okay, Mr. Kitzler, I don't know who's next. Who will be performing first? You know.